Hello and welcome to the history of Firefly. Today's episode we're going to be covering Simon Tam, and here we go. Simon Tam gave up his life as a top trauma surgeon on Osiris, a central planet, in order to rescue his little sister, River Tam, from an Alliance academy, becoming a wanted fugitive in the process. He now practices aboard Serenity as the ship's doctor and attempts to heal River. Simon was born in late November 2490 to Gabriel and Regan Tam, and raised on Osiris, a core world planet, with major Alliance ties. Simon supported the unification, the issue that sparked the Unification War. He was young at the time of the war, however, and may have been easily swayed by Alliance propaganda. Much to the pleasure and possible insistence of his father, Simon entered medical school in 2507 and was accepted into Medicad, the best medical academy on Osiris, presumably the University of Osiris. Simon graduated in the top 3% of his class and promptly moved into a medical internship, which he completed in a mere 8 months, as opposed to a year, and is licensed to practice medicine. Despite his normal rigid persona, Simon later tells Kaylee, the engineer of Serenity, that after he and his fellow doctors officially became surgeons, they drank a large amount of sake and ended up naked on a statue of Hippocrates. There are also rumors that Simon began singing the national anthem, from which he either managed to talk or pay his way out of the Alliance from telling his father. Simon admits that he is quite fuzzy on the details regarding the story. From there, he became a resident trauma surgeon on one of the major hospitals in capital city Osiris. Around this time, the Tam family was made aware of the elite Alliance-sponsored school called the Academy that their youngest daughter, River, could attend. Simon stayed in contact with River throughout the time at the Academy, in the forms of letters. That ceased for a time. When he received another, it was littered with spelling errors and mentions of jokes and memories that did not exist. Eventually, Simon realized that River is writing in code, and that her message is, "They're hurting us. Get me out." When he informs his parents of this, however, they dismiss it as paranoia. Having escaped the facility, their ship is somehow able to escape the Alliance and eventually head for Persephone. When the Alliance learns of Simon's part in River's rescue, they promptly freeze all of his monetary accounts and put out a warrant for his arrest, along with River. Left with only what he had on him, including a med kit and encyclopedia, Simon concentrates on trying to help his sister, despite being labeled as fugitives. When leaving Persephone at the East Down docks, he decides to board Serenity, bringing with him a large case that is eventually revealed to be River, cryogenically frozen. While on board Serenity, the pilot Wash realizes a beacon has been sent to the Alliance, and Captain Malcolm Mal Reynolds believes that it is Simon, a possible undercover agent, who has sent it out. In the ensuing conflict, they realize that Simon is not a Fed, but Lawrence Dobson, another passenger, is. Dobson, in an attempt to gain control of the ship and capture the fugitives on board, shoots Kaylee in the stomach. As Simon is the only doctor on board, he alone has the means to save her, and uses that fact to make sure Mal Reynolds does not hand Simon and River over to the Alliance. Mal agrees only out of concern for Kaylee, and resents, most heavily, anyone exerting power over him aboard his own ship. After Simon has done all he can for Kaylee, Mal decides to find out what Simon has in the crate. Mal opens it up, finding Simon's sister, River Tam. Because of Simon's and River's need to stay on the move, in order to outpace the Alliance, Mal offers Simon a job as doctor on Serenity, and Simon accepts. Simon soon settles into life on the ship, spending most of his time caring for River and attempting to figure out exactly what the Alliance did to her. The Tams remain below Alliance radar, despite some close calls, notably the boarding of the ship in Bushwhack. It was revealed during this particular scrape that Simon has a phobia of being in empty space, likely due to the fact that he spent most of his life planetside. From the first, there is a lot of tension and distrust between Mal and Simon. This is due mainly to their similarities. Both would do anything to protect their respective families, and both fears the other is a threat to that. To Mal, his crew is his family, and he tolerates and accepts Simon and River as long as they don't threaten their well-being. Simon is likewise devoted to River, and often feels that Mal is flippant with her, and concerned with her safety. These two goals often conflict, despite Simon being technically part of Mel's crew. By Objects in Space, the final episode, Simon has begun to loosen up much more, especially around Kaylee, and tells her about when he made surgeon and got drunk and sang at the top of the statue of Hippocrates. Due to River's quasi-psychic powers, she hears Simon say, "I'd be there right now," and later he says something similar to Kaylee, extending it to, "I'd be there right now if they had just left her alone." This reveals that as deeply as Simon cares for his sister, and as much as her well-being has always been his ultimate concern, he does miss his old life. Due to Simon's intense attachment to River, he continues a quest to find and bring her out of the academy, even going to such lengths as enter illegal blackout zones, although these are never exactly explained, and being arrested, much to the shame of his family. Eventually, after 2 years of searching, he is contacted by an underground group that said they could rescue River and deliver her to Simon, should he be able to pay enough. Simon then spends a large amount of money funding the movement, and even plays a pivotal role of the actual rescue. When he manages to enter the academy disguised as a uniformed official of the Alliance government, and is able to question and incapacitate Dr. Mathis and his team during River's treatment. Upon activating a hidden stun grenade, Simon releases River, allowing both of them to make their way to an elevator shaft, break through, and climb onto a raft, which they ride up to the safety of the movement ship overhead. An elaborate escape which is recorded by the facility's security, and later reviewed by the operative.